So the idea of free will and freedom of choice, these two are different things. And a lot of the content on YouTube is talking about the idea that you have free will. And Neville Goddard talked about it. The words are very mixed together. But here is what I have come to understand, that once a day is manifested, once a day has already manifested, there's very little that you can do. And the only thing that you can do during the day is how you are going, you can only control how you are going to react to things, but those things have already manifested. But during the day, as you go about your day, you can still choose to be who you desire to be, right? You consistently say, it doesn't, like I made a video about buying a flat in Russia, and the day was going bad, right? Everything was blowing up in my face, but I said, I'm with my vision and the vision is complete. So what did I do in that moment? I used my freedom of choice to choose who I am going to be. But free will is an idea that every single now moment you can affect reality with your free will. But there is a little bit of conflict there, because once you have assumed or chosen who you desire to be, even you lose your free will because you move under compulsion. This is why Neville Goddard's method is so powerful. When you really apply a state akin to sleep, and when you really apply his imaginal act and visualization, you kind of lose your own freedom of choice and free will, because you become that person who already has it. And then you start to move under compulsion to make your own desire come true by walking along the bridge of incidence without even knowing that you're walking on it. So what am I getting at? A lot of the content is very focused these days upon the idea that you must, have a strict mental diet and affirm and imagine and all these things and try to control the day and micromanage your, people often micromanage their whole day. But I am coming to another conclusion, that during the day, whatever happens. If you can control the last part of the day and the beginning of the day, you have done majority of the work. The 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, if you do not know what Pareto principle is, he says something like 20% of the effort in anything generates 80% of the outcome. And for example, 20% of your effort in YouTube, for example, the topic and the title and the thumbnail of the video is the 20%. That generates the most views, because if your thumbnail and title and your topic is good, people are gonna click on your video. It doesn't matter if the body of your video is full of garbage. This is why a lot of channels who are not very good in the delivery or what they're talking about, but because their title and thumbnail is good, they get a lot of views. So that's Pareto principle. So in manifestation, the Pareto principle is like this. If you can do just the 20%, if you can just control the 20%, which you can, which is your freedom of choice, you go to sleep every single night and you can use the last 20 to 30 minutes of before going to sleep to raise your vibration, choose deliberately who you desire to be. You can use affirmations, inner talk, walk, whatever, imagination, meditation, but use the last 20 to 30 minutes before going to sleep to choose deliberately who you desire to be, and then fall asleep in that state of being. What you have done in doing that is you have now predetermined your next days. If you consistently control the last 20 to 30 minutes of your day, you are gonna consistently and largely and heavily influence your next coming days, and basically your manifestations are gonna unfold sort of under compulsion. And even if during the day you are not perfect, you are not able to control your reactions very well, it's totally okay. And even if you see some things that are opposing to who you desire to be, if during the day whatever happens, if you can still control the night of that day, even if the day was terrible, if you can control the night, you are applying the law of assumption, and you are doing the 20% of work that will yield you like 80 to 90% of success. And the next part of next step of it is controlling the beginning of the day. Now, the beginning of the day is not as important for one reason, that the day is already manifested. So that when you go to sleep, whatever you carry into sleep with you, that is like program, or that is like assumptions and beliefs that goes into the God mind, and God creates your reality the next day. So waking up in the morning, in the day, that is a little bit different because the day is already manifested. So, but why is it important to control when you wake up, and what mood you carry throughout the day? The analogy is something like this: you are setting yourself up to enjoy the day and win the day, and win your reactions of what is going to happen, and react from your desired state of being, rather than who you do not desire to be. So you get up in the morning and you don't grab your phone, but you read your affirmations, or use self-talk, or just give yourself 10 to 20 minutes to imagine who you desire to be and fulfill yourself in imagination. And then you will see the drastic improvement of your reactions towards your reality during the day. It's something like this. Let me give you an analogy. That manifestation is like a cooked meal, and then the night before you go to sleep, before the day, you are sort of selecting the ingredients of what food is going to be cooked tomorrow. So if you go to sleep lousily and with a bad mood and with a bad temper and feeling like a failure, well, you have chosen terrible ingredients for the food that is going to be cooked tomorrow. And when you go to sleep, the food is cooked with whatever ingredients you took with yourself in sleep. Now the food is cooked. Now you cannot, when you wake up the next day, the only thing you can do is to eat that food. You cannot reject it, you cannot throw it away. You have to eat it to live, right? So now the food is cooked and there is nothing you can do. But you can do one thing. If you wake up in the morning and the last night you did not put in the work, but you are putting in the work now, you can still raise your vibration and align yourself to be grateful, to be happy, to be joyous that day, to be successful that day. Now the food might be terrible, but you, since you have raised your vibration, you're still gonna eat it with gratefulness. As Neville Goddard says, give joy for mourning, beauty for ashes, right? Basically denying or being indifferent to the theatrics of reality, not assigning a negative meaning, not saying that, oh, I don't want this, or this is a failure. No, gratefully eating whatever you can, and whatever comes, reacting to it from this state of being that it's okay, I am still who I desire to be, I am with my vision and the vision is complete. And this is how you will be able to, you may be able to withstand that terrible food, right? But then don't go to sleep the next night, that day's night, with terrible ingredients again, right? With a terrible mood or terrible consciousness, or feeling like a failure, or feeling unfulfilled, right? The day might be, however, you might have been pleasant, you might have not been pleasant, it might have been a failure, it might have been a disaster, it might have been nothing, nothing happened. It doesn't matter. You go to sleep with that version of you who you desire to be. And every single one of you can control that time of night, because you go to sleep. And before going to sleep, almost everybody scrolls on their phone, and they go to with the terrible mood, with toxic information, news, whatever, or replaying the failure of the day, or replaying arguments of the day, or or how terrible their life is. Everybody goes like that. But if you can control this part of your life, I assure you, you are gonna start to see tremendous results. And it makes manifestation very easy and manageable, rather than all day trying to flip thoughts, all day trying to imagine and affirm and fighting with reality, and trying to be perfect, which nobody can in the 3D. 3D can put you off really throw you off sometimes. So that exhausts people. That is why so many of you are like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore. And this is so exhausting, because you're trying to be perfect while your subconscious mind or your higher self or your self-concept, they are rejecting. Because during the day, because you went to sleep that with that concept, therefore it's already manifested. You can't really do much about it. The food is cooked, and the ingredients, everybody knows that good ingredients make the good food, and terrible ingredients, no matter how much of a master chef you are, you cannot make it taste good. And so during the day, whatever happens, you cannot be perfect, it's okay, doesn't matter. As Naval Gar would say, blow your top but sin not. So you can blow your top, you can react, even poor reaction is fine, whatever, but do not take it with you to sleep that night. And it is very doable, right? Everything else in the manifestation community can really feel draining and hard and this and that. But this two, I don't want to call it method, it's like more like a lifestyle or a habit that you build, and this is gonna pay you dividends for the rest of your life. It's Pareto principle. It's only 20% of the effort. You are only controlling very small part of the day, very small part of the day, and you are trying to optimize it and deliberately choose and be deliberately conscious during that part of the day. The other part of the day you can be unconscious, like whatever, like we so many events happen and we are not always conscious, we are not always present. But you can be present and conscious for 20 minutes before going to sleep and 20 minutes after waking up. Everybody can do this, everybody. And this can lift your life and give you outcomes like 80 to 90% success rate. But consistency is required. Don't be the hearers of the word, be the doers of the work, as Naval Gardner said. And now it's about application. So consistently do this stuff and see how your life changes. So those who want to work with me one-on-one, the link is in the description, or you can join the membership channel where I answer all your questions on weekly live streams. The link is in the description. This is for this video. Until next time, bye-bye.